do what's right for you. It's not choosing whether you're like, oh, I don't have to do that because I play arenas, I headline festivals.
Right.
It's just like whatever makes you comfortable, because at the end of the day, you just got to be comfortable with what you're doing.
Hey, this is Blaudus, and this video is about Post Malone. And I got the idea for this video when I saw an early music video from Post Malone, and it was a pretty goofy music video where he was dancing around. The song wasn't very good, and the video wasn't very good. I thought, oh, this is interesting. I think there's something here. So I watched some interviews with him and saw that he had actually blown up overnight for White Iverson when it went viral on SoundCloud. So I thought it was an interesting example of how putting yourself out there is really important as a musician and artist, and how when you put your music online, anything can really happen and it can go anywhere. So I hope this video is helpful for you in your endeavors.
You did something that I say is almost impossible to do. You posted a song of yours. I don't know which song it even was. Was it White Iverson, or what did you post on SoundCloud? White
Yes,
Iverson.
sir. White Iverson. Yes, sir.
All right. You write this song and you don't have a record deal. You're just another schlub living at home.
Yes, sir.
And you post it on SoundCloud. And how soon do people start listening to this song? Like
Instantly.
Did you play this for anyone, or you just put it right on SoundCloud?
So I moved to LA with my good friend Jason, and he is such a beautiful fucking man. And Jason gave me fucking everything.
How old were you?
I was 18. Yeah.
You graduated high school?
Yes, sir. I remember driving out. There was a studio in the Palisades, and out here in the Palisades. And I remember saying, hey, Jason, man, can I take the car out? Like, can I please take your car to go stay at the studio? And so we would go and stay at the studio, and I remember cutting that record because I made the beat. And I remember staying at his house, and I was like, this beat is fucking crazy. And so I just sat there by myself, like very much so like I did when I was a teenager. Just sat there and it was like, this shit is good. I like this shit. It is good to hear. It's good for me. And so we went and I met a buddy, and we stayed out in the Palisades and recorded the record. And the night it was done, I was like, let's just fucking put it up. What's the worst that could happen?
How weird is it that like all of a sudden kids started passing this thing around to the point that you were getting like 1 million streams in a month? Like
Sure.
It was, you're an unknown guy.
I think that it very much had to do, he's an Atlanta guy named Fat Man Key, and he is the most beautiful man in the fucking world. And he was there at the studio whenever I dropped it. So, and he was buddies with Wiz.
And what did Fat Man Key do? You put it up on SoundCloud.
He tweeted it. He sent it to Wiz, and then it just went fucking nuts. And then like all these guys, Waka Flocka, like everything, like people I fucking looked up to for so long were just like FaceTiming me in the middle of the night, and I was like, "Yo, what the like? This shit's crazy."
You know, what did writer's block feel like?
Terrible.
Yeah,
terrible. I mean, it's even because I like to, you know, except working with Lou, whenever I'm in Utah, I have to find a way to entertain myself. So I have to like try and make beats and write songs on the guitar and everything. And it was so hard because there was nothing there. I was like, oh my God, I've already played that. I've already done, just none of the sounds were right. I was like, let me download every sound library. Let me find everything. Let me sit on Citrus and crank a knob to the right and see if that changes anything. But nothing came. And I was like, every time I went, because I can't play piano for shit. So every time I went to go pull something up on the piano roll, I dragged a note to the same spot every time. And I was like, oh man, this sucks. This sounds exactly the same as the shitty beat I made 5 seconds ago. Sitting there, and you got to sit down. And like you said, the song's talking about myself, but I know that everybody, has had these feelings and these thoughts and the ups and downs and everybody has wanted to just give up and be like, I don't know what the fuck to do. But also people have celebrated I don't care if you're the grumpiest guy in the world, you still celebrated a great time in your life. Be yourself, express yourself, live your life. And if people want to join in with you and you can make a family out of, you know, whatever you're doing, music, clothes, art, whatever, you know. There was a time to where I had so much guidance and Justin was guiding me and Justin was like this. But I'm like, you know what? Like, I love you. At the end of the day, I have to do what I want to do. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not listening to anybody. And that's what I'm working on now, is an issue with being told what to do. Because at the same time, people can look at you from the outside and see that something's wrong. And you can be trapped in your own fucking world. And it's an issue of opening up, and I need to do a lot less talking and a lot more listening. And I'm 26 and I'm learning every fucking day. You can't go out and try to go for, oh, this person's hot right now, I want a song with them, so I song blows up. Yeah. It's important that it's organic. It's not like two artists with each other and say, let's make something. And then if somebody does something for my album, I'm in the studio the first chance I get. You're good at that. You and Travis traded, right? In terms of the festivals and things like that. Sure. Business has nothing to do with it. Yeah. It's just, I think it just starts off with a relationship. She can still say no, though. No, that's true. And that's the part that's anxiety inducing. Yeah, because how do you process that disappointment? Like, damn, you're like, do they not like me? Do they not like the song? No, it's worse. They like me, but they don't like the song. I sort of feel like you are a streaming artist in that regard, because the way you use it, the way you continue to put music out and handle that environment and distribute it that way. I think it's just the best thing for music, because it's just so much more easily accessible. I think just because the medium changes doesn't mean that the music changes. I mean, essentially some people will work the algorithm and, you know, make albums so... Put stats before craft. Right, exactly. And you know, that's all good, you know. Throughout history, there's been the tragedies of success for young stars, and that weren't necessarily, I don't want to use the word glamorized, but exposed the way they were. Yeah. And I think Austin mentioned earlier in this interview that, you know, the pressures can get overwhelming, and I think one of the things that we've all tried to do is, at least as parental influences in his life, is not tell him what to do, but try to be an example of maybe how to do whatever it is you decide to do. Okay. If you're going to do things, know the limits, be moderate with the things that you do. That doesn't mean that you're not going to do things that aren't always right, but it always means that you have a place to go back to where you're grounded. There's always a place to go back to with, you know, as parents, that's where we need to be for our children. I'm just doing my best every day. Golden rule: treat people the way they want to be treated, and just drive and be the best person that I can be, and make sure that whenever I have a baby, my baby's taken care of, and all my friends and family are taken care of, and everything, you know what I mean? The new album, you said, deals with struggles of alcohol. Are you sober now? No, sir. I am responsible now. How'd you get responsible? Because most people who have a problem with alcohol, they got to go, you know, you got to either go one way or the other. It got to a terrible point, and you asked some great questions. It was to a really, really, really rough point, and I couldn't get up off the floor for weeks, and that's what a lot of the inspiration for the album comes. But I never want to bring people down. I just want to express how I feel. Yeah, but what were you drinking? It was screwdrivers. It was a bunch of, it was vodka. It was vodka, and it was bodying fifths, and trying to hang in there and talking to people who weren't fucking there and trying to say, hey, help me out. Could you help me up? You know, there's hotel rooms, and do what's right for you. It's not choosing whether you're like, oh, I don't have to do that because I play arenas, I headline festivals. Right. It's just like whatever makes you comfortable, because at the end of the day, you just got to be comfortable with what you're doing. And social media is something that I'm not super comfortable with.